Hey everyone, and welcome back. So we are going to continue on with our nutrition today, and today's topic is all about meal planning and meal prep. So this is huge when it comes to the nutrition side, because if we're not planning our meals ahead of time, this is where we really end up succumbing to what's being advertised or what's more convenient, and where we end up stopping off for a lot of times for fast food or takeout or something like that, right? That is never ever going to be the healthier option. Not for us, not for our family. It might be more convenient, but not the healthier or cheaper way. So today we're going to go over some top tips and tricks with how to get you meal planning and doing some meal prep as well. So starting off with our meal planning, the first part of this, decide that you're going to start meal planning, okay? This is not supposed to be an event. It's supposed to be 15 to 20 minutes, one day a week. It doesn't matter which day, where you sit down and just decide on what you're going to be eating. So there's a bunch of different reasons with why you'd want to do this. So A, because it actually helps you save money. You're going to be buying the food that actually needs to be in your house, where you're not storing stuff in your cupboards for 5 and 6 weeks, right? And it's going to save you money so that you're not stopping off to eat all the time. So you're going to be saving money while you're going to be eating at home as well and having healthier options. B, because it actually helps you with stress later on down the road. So it's like when you come in at 4 or 5 o'clock, you're like, I'm hungry. Well, what do you want to eat? Well, what do you want to eat? Right? It's going to be, okay, it's Monday. This is what we're having, right? It's already done for you. And then because of that, C, it's going to help you save time. So when you're coming in the house, you're not going to be like, okay, well, we have meatballs. Do we have pasta sauce? Do we have pasta? We have rice. What are we going to have with rice? Right? This is already planned out to make it a lot easier for you. I do actually plan my meal planning around our schedule when we need to. So if you have a busy day, say Wednesday's your busy day, you're going to be coming home late from work, say you're going to stop off at the gym or your kids have an event, that can be crock pot night. Right? So when you walk in the door, you already have a meal that's ready to go for you, okay? And then number 2 for meal planning is, until it becomes routine, put it on a calendar, right? Schedule it into part of your week that you're going to sit down for 15 to 20 minutes to write out that meal plan for you, okay? Again, it's not an event, but until it becomes routine, make sure you schedule the time in. And then, so with this as well, so what you're basically going to do is sit down with pen and paper, be Monday, this is what we're going to have. Tuesday, this is what we're going to have. With our family, I try to swap days with proteins. So Monday might be chicken, Tuesday is going to be fish, Wednesday is going to be whatever have you, right? And then I normally always try to do a vegetarian night for us. I know a lot of families try to do meal planning, but they'll do it, say, Taco Tuesdays, or Wednesday's Italian night. Friday is going to be crock pot night because you don't feel like cooking, right? So you can actually do it just whichever way works best for you and your family. Tons of different ways to do it. I would also plan to do it that you have at least one night a week for leftovers, right? My family, especially me and my daughter, we don't really like food out of the microwave, but I do have a couple of meals that I don't mind having again a second time. So I know that when I cook them, I always make extras that we have those foods left over, because I'm not cooking 7 days a week, right? Let's be reasonable. Or let's do an oven night. So something I can literally just throw in the oven and we're good to go. I don't have to do anything other than cutting up a couple of fresh veggies to go with it. So tons of different things that you can do, and you can basically base it around your family as well. So getting into our meal preparation. So this is actually where I do really well. This is something that I've been doing for about 8 years now in my home. And it basically started off by, well, we're going to get into it, but I started realizing how much food we were throwing out. So with your meal preparation, what you want to do is, this is where you want to spend about 20-30 minutes when you come home. So when you're coming home with your groceries, and you're going to prep them right off the bat. So I have a large stainless steel bowl that I fill with water, and I add in about 2 or 3 drops of your lemon essential oils, and get your fruit in there right off the bat. So get it all cleaned off so it's ready to go. It's going to actually help your fruit last longer as well, especially your strawberries, and get them into the fridge. You can actually Google best ways to store fruits and vegetables to learn some other tips and tricks. I know one of the ones I use the most is celery. So celery, if you wash it, dry it, I just cut off the ends and you wrap it in foil. It lasts a lot longer that way. Bananas, I haven't done this one, but bananas, if you cover the top with saran, that's supposed to make it last longer. We fly through bananas in this house, but that's another tip and trick, right? So different things that you can do to make some of your produce last longer in your house as well. You can peel your veggies and have them washed in containers already in your fridge. This way that when you are having the munchies or want a snack, you're having a healthier option as well. And then I try to get as much fruit into the fridge as possible. I do enjoy cold fruit, but it lasts longer. So the only things that I basically keep out is my bananas, pears, mangoes, but just about everything else goes into the fridge just to help it last longer. And then again, like avocados, I'll bring them out about 2 days before, and then they can ripen up a little bit more and just take out one at a time as needed. And then we also use the food that's going to go bad. I use that first. So my beets, my carrots, my apples, they're good for 4 to 6 weeks in my fridge, guaranteed. But my cucumbers not, my zucchinis not, my mushrooms, the bananas, those kind of things. So I know that whenever we're prepping a meal, I'm gonna plan out around my groceries. For our family, I normally do a large grocery once a month. And about every 2 weeks, I go back and get whatever fruits and veggies we're out of. So I'll use up all of my zucchinis and my cucumbers and all those kind of things first. Then we'll get into the beets and the carrots. Once that's done, we'll go out for another grocery. This way I'm going through all of my groceries all as needed, that they're gonna last longer, and we're not throwing out food all the time. And that is something that I would actually suggest you keep track of. So this took me a long time. We still have to tweak it now and then. Keep an eye on the food that you guys aren't eating and the food that you throw out on a regular basis. I know that if we eat a lot of chicken and rice in our family from our culture background. If I'm having this kind of chicken, I know how much rice we're going to need, right? And I'm making those amounts, so I'm not throwing out food all the time. I know for our house, tomatoes. I refuse to buy tomatoes at this point because I don't eat them. They're a nightshade. They're inflammatory to my body. My husband's not home enough to make them, so I don't buy them because every single time I buy them, they rot and I throw them out. So I won't buy them anymore. So start to see what's been a routine in your house, what you and your family eat and don't eat, and then keep that food in the house that you are eating so you're getting the most out of it, that you're not wasting money on food that you're throwing out all the time. On that same note, what I do try to do at least once a month or once every single time we go grocery shopping is try to find one thing new that you normally don't buy. This is how I got my daughter on zucchinis, and we buy eggplants and cantaloupe and bok choy and okras. She loves okras now, right? Because I kept on buying them. So what I'll do is I'll buy it once, cook it up, we like it, great. If we don't, I'll buy it in a couple of months down the road and I'll try cooking it a different way. So this way that you're getting a lot of vitamins and minerals and nutrients, and you're trying different foods out for you and your family, but you're not making a whole grocery out of it. It's just one thing on one grocery that you can keep on bringing in different foods into your house as well. I do try to buy all of my meat or as much stuff as I can in bulk that I know that we're going to use. You don't have to do this, but I do find it a lot cheaper. I'll just come home, repackage it, throw it away so that it's good to go. Also freezer meals. So say if you're making your own lasagna, don't make one, make 2 of them and throw the second one in the freezer, and then that can be an oven meal later on down the week or for the following week as well. And set yourself up for success, right? So start doing it bit by bit, start seeing what your family's throwing out, start trying 1 or 2 new things, and as you start doing it as a more regular basis, the better it is. One tip and trick that I use as well, when you are doing your list, your best friend, right? So pick out a nice little citrus oil. I normally do Motivate when I'm making my list, put it on the kitchen table, go through my list, know what I want. And then the other one is when I'm done cooking, especially if I've done say like a fish meal, or we've had like curry chicken, that would be Purify, right? So put this in your diffuser, helps get odors out of the house as well. So tons of different ideas for you guys. We will be back on here soon, and I hope you guys are having a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.